What to do with a dollar. EM Real.
Real crew. EM Real, right back at you with another episode of What to Do with a Dollar. Now this episode is Airbnb. Have you thought about them? Let's get to it. We got 3 elements that we're going to talk about. Let's go. Number 1 is building Airbnbs for profit. So first thing we got to look at is the design. Yes, the design. It has to be an open floor plan. You know, modern day, it's open. We want to see it. No cutting around the corners. Second thing, we need a modern kitchen. We all want a nice kitchen, but the ladies, women, they want a modern kitchen. First thing they see. And, you have to consider multiple bathrooms. All right? And number 2, now, it's a cost advantage. If you've been looking at some of my previous videos as a contractor, one thing is, I can cut out the middleman. You might not be able to, but I can cut out the middleman. We're saving costs. Plus, also what we talked about, land. Get that land. Buy land. They're not making anymore. Land is going to be to your advantage. And then, of course, from my point of view, having a contractor or being a contractor, you can control the cost. All right. Number 3 on that, we just want to build smart. For instance, instead of just building one big house, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, 3 baths, that type of thing, you can build smaller. For instance, duplexes, 1 lot, 2 doors, even tiny homes. So remember, that's the first thing. We're looking at that cost. Number 2, occupying Airbnbs and then even managing them. What does it look like? Now we're talking about multiple streams of income because this is not long-term rentals. This is not like the old rent where you put someone in a lease for 6 months to a year. We're not talking about that. We're talking about these short term. Short term allows you to speed your money up. Because why? Second aspect on that is flexible stays. These people are just staying in your property for 2 days, 4 days, a week. Maybe if you get a new plant coming to in your area, you can get these people to stay for 30 days at a time, making lots of money. And then, of course, you can manage it yourself. Now we're talking about management. You can manage it yourself. Make sure rooms are cleaned, house is clean, duplex is clean. Or you can have a virtual assistant. That means so now you can have hire a firm to help you in your rental and occupying. And then also you can simply just put it on the platform of, I think, Airbnb.com. We got to look at that. These are ways in, with our cost and now occupying and management. Number 3, what is the financial profit dealing with this? Airbnbs. Well, say you have the land. Remember we talked about that. Say you build a structure. Remember we talked about that. Now, as you gain the money for whatever type of rental, not only do you have the land, but as the value of the property goes up, you now have not only the cash, but you also have the equity buildup. We'll talk about that, but let's go into it. What is going to be your return on investment? Think about this. Normal rental for a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, maybe in your area could be $900. It could be $1,200. We're just going to say it varies. But what if you did it with Airbnb? Now we're talking about $150 times, 20 days? That's $3,000. So 900 to 1,200 versus 3,000. Look at the difference. Let's use 900. $900 is what you would normally get. And say now you have, say $500 of maintenance costs, $1,400. So you got $1,400, 3,000 minus the 14, you're making $1,600 return on investment each month. Multiply that times 12. Do you follow me? $14,000 to $26,000 a year on that. Not only that, you can scale up. Remember we talked about that equity? Yeah, you keep renting the property. Say you do it for a year, say you do it for 2 years, and say the area catches on, and now the value of your property goes up. You can pull out the equity. What can you do with that equity? You can use that to buy another piece of land. And not just the land, now you can put 2 doors on it. See, what I was just talking about earlier was $3,000, but what if you had 2 doors at $6,000? Hello, for one mortgage payment. Mortgage payment could be $1,000, $1,200, but you can make $6,000 if you have 2 doors. That's Airbnb. We're gonna get more into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's check out what to do with the dollar. We talked about Airbnb. We gave you 3 aspects. I'm Real. Always keeping it 100. Always keeping it real. Deuces.